What up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Fitness Tech Reviews, we're going to be looking over the Nike React Metcon Turbos. So these are a newer shoe from Nike. It is a part of the React line. So what is this shoe for? Is it worth your money? And really, how does it compare to the Nike Metcon 6s? Let's go ahead, get right into it. Alright, I think first thing you guys want to go over is what is the difference between the Metcon 6s and the Nike React Metcon Turbos. Man, that is a mouthful. So, they both do have a 4mm height on the heel, and they all both have the same thing on the back as far as for handstand push-ups, and they both have a pretty hard sole. One of the differences you are going to see with the actual Reacts is there are two different pieces of rubber on the back and in the front. There's a more sticky on the front, where there's a harder portion in the back. So it's going to give you a little bit more grip for like running and cross training, side to side movement on the front, where it's going to give you that hard stiffness for weightlifting in the back. Another thing that you'll see are the inserts. So you have the React inserts here. They are going to be a lot different than the Metcons. So the Metcons do have a little bit of that cushioning in the back, but that is a little bit harder. And in the front, where it is a little bit softer, where it's a little bit more reactive and bouncy with the entire Nike Metcon React insoles. So if you are doing more plyometrics, like box jumps, like double unders, something like that, the Reacts will give you that little bit more cushion, so of course a little bit better on your knees and stuff like that. A couple other things that are going to be different. Nike Active Metcons are going to be a little bit lighter, anywhere from a half an ounce to a full ounce, counting on, of course, your sizing between the two, but it is going to be a little bit lighter. It does have a little bit higher of a spot around your heel. I didn't really see too much of a difference as far as stability is concerned. The actual tongue itself is a little bit more minimal on the Reacts, where it's a little bit more thicker on the regular Metcons. Differences where you're going to see a little bit of that weight is, of course, right here in the heel, where they kind of taper it off a little bit. In midsole, you can see a little bit of that rope climbing traction right here in the center. I did use it a little bit. I did feel like I was maybe a little bit more secure in the fit, but on the way down, I like to slip a little bit more, where that's where I would actually enjoy the Metcons a little bit more than the Reacts for rope climbing. But if you are a little bit newer to rope climbing, this might actually help you a little bit on the way up and on the way down. So the shoe is relatively breathable, as it does have mesh throughout. It's just as breathable as I think the Metcons are. You can check that review right up there with the Metcon 6s. But I believe they're both relatively breathable shoes. If you're in a hotter environment, I definitely would recommend the Metcons. So another couple of key differences you are going to see between the Metcon 6s and the React Turbos is essentially the entire sole. If you are looking to get a little bit heavier on your lifts, I would definitely recommend the Metcon 6s. Also, you don't get these hyper lifts in the actual Reacts. They do fit in if you would like, just from the Metcon 6s, and they fit in relatively well if you need that extra 8mm of lift for men, 6mm of lift for women, but you do not get them with the Reacts. So that is a little bit of a negative, but if you do have them around, you will be able to slip them in for that little bit extra heel lift for things like pistols, squats, snatches, stuff like that. Alright, what are my size recommendations for the Nike Reacts? So, I do have a pair of the Nike Metcon 6s. If you do, I go with an 8.5 with this, and I feel like they work relatively well with a wide toe box right up here for wider feet, where the Reacts are a little bit more narrow in that sense. So I did actually buy an 8.5, but I think a 9 would have worked a little bit better for me. I am horrible with returning shoes. I probably should have returned them, but they warmed up for me a little bit, and I don't feel too squished in there, but definitely going a half size higher would probably be best for your fit if you're going with the React Turbos. Durability, the Metcons have been doing very well for me. Even with these React versions, they were really durable in a general sense. So both these shoes are relatively bendable as well, so there's no real difference if I'm concerned about the bendability about either one. Alright, so what are my recommendations? So with the Nike Metcon Reacts, they do come in at about $150, which is $20 more than Nike Metcon 6s. And which one should you buy? Well, The Nike Metcon 6s will do great for pretty much everything. If you are looking to do a little bit extra running, I would definitely choose the Reacts, but they definitely aren't a running shoe. But if you were doing more cross training and not a lot of weightlifting, a lot of plyometrics and stuff like that, I think the Reacts are the better shoe in that sense. That's really the only two things I would choose over, is basically just a little extra running and a little bit more plyometrics, bouncing around and stuff like that. I would choose the Reacts over the Metcons, but on that, just choose the Metcons. Hey guys, I am a newer channel. If you use the links down below, that'll help me grow my channel. Just shoot you right to Amazon to purchase any one of these shoes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you really did. I got 2 tech reviews each and every week for you guys to watch and look over and see what's best for you. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay positive. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.